So your swimming pool is losing water, or at least you think it is, and you want to take a couple of steps on your own and just see if you can kind of maybe get an idea of what's going on here, maybe fix it yourself. If everything goes well, save yourself a couple of dollars, and you're just looking to be pointed in the right direction. Well, that's what this video series is. I'm going to go through a series of certain circumstances. For example, if you have a concrete pool, this is what you would look for. If you have a vinyl pool, this is what you would look for. And we'll try to walk through some of the troubleshooting steps that you deal with when you first start looking for a leak in a pool. Finding a leak in a swimming pool is not an easy process most of the time. That's something that you should be aware of right from the beginning. And as the pool owner, you have more access to the pool and more access to information about the pool than what even a skilled pool tech can gather by visiting your house, once a week or twice a week, something like that. So the first thing to do is you have to determine, is your pool losing water? Different times of year, different temperatures of water, you will lose water in your pool. You will lose it through evaporation. You'll use it basically anytime that you've got wind blowing across the surface of your water, or a large temperature differential between the temperature of your water and the temperature of the ambient air. These are factors that can increase the rate of water loss, not even to discount how much water can be lost just from kids jumping in and splashing and playing. So before you jump to any conclusions, just simply don't assume that your pool is in fact leaking. Start with a simple test. Just do the bucket test. You've probably heard people talk about it, and it's super simple. All you need to do is take something that holds water, like a plastic juice pitcher or any kind of clear plastic jug is really the best option, and you want to sit it partially submerged inside the swimming pool. So you'll need to weigh it down, like let's say you put a heavy rock in it or something, and then you sit it on the steps of your pool, or if you have a ladder, try to sit it on the ladder such that you can add water to this pitcher, and the pitcher level and the water level in the swimming pool are exactly the same. That's the whole point of this test. And then just walk away from your pool for a couple of days. It depends on how fast your pool is losing water, how long you have to let that run for, but a couple of days is a good idea. And then double check it. If it's just evaporation or crosswinds, the water level in your swimming pool and the water level in the bucket should evaporate or disappear at the same rate. So those two water levels should basically remain consistent. But what if they don't? What if you notice that the swimming pool water in fact is disappearing faster than the water in this jug? I mean, if it's right close, let it go a couple more days, see if it becomes more obvious. But if you set it up and within 48 hours you're dealing with a situation where the water level in the pool is way down and the bucket's still up more or less where you started it, you probably have a leak in your pool. And you're going to need to start more or less a process of elimination to try to locate where that leak is. And you kind of started that process already. So now we've determined the pool is in fact leaking. So what's the next step? Again, the next step is just as easy as the bucket test, maybe even easier. So get yourself a pencil and just mark the water level on the skimmer faceplate. Usually the skimmer faceplate is just a piece of white plastic, so you can even use electrical tape to mark it, or I find a pencil is super convenient. Just take a pencil, mark the water level as carefully as you can, try to do it when it's not too windy, or obviously nobody's swimming in the pool, such that you get a nice calm water level that you can get as accurate reading as possible. Now what you're going to do is run the pool for 24 hours as per normal, and what you should experience is a water loss in the pool. So record in how much that water loss is. Did you lose 1 inch over that 24-hour period of time? And then mark that on the skimmer with, again, the pencil. Now what you want to do is fill the pool back up to what you started at, and for 24 hours you're going to record the rate of water loss, but this time you're going to turn the pump off. So the pump is just going to be off completely for this 24-hour duration, and you're going to arrive at a finished conclusion of one of two things. Either the swimming pool loses the same rate of water whether the pump is on or off, or you lose a different amount of water whether the pump is running or the pump is not running. So those are the two conditions that you can encounter. So that's where we'll stop this here, and we'll pick it up with the next video. Either you have the same amount of water lost in your pool in either situation, or you lost more or less water by turning that pump off for 24 hours.